Hello, everyone. Today we'll be following his new story. The Sea of Galilee stretches wide beneath the evening sky. Gentle waves move slowly, reflecting the warm gold and soft crimson of the setting sun. The air feels still, almost sacred, as if the whole world has paused to breathe. In the distance, the hills surrounding the sea fade into shadow and dying light. A quiet breeze passes over the water, carrying peace and an unspoken warning. The Sea of Galilee, a place of beauty and mystery, a place where calm can turn into chaos without warning. The sky slowly darkens, clouds drift silently, hinting that something unseen is drawing near. The water remains calm, for now. Here, faith has been tested before. Here, fear has risen from the depths. And here, a miracle is about to unfold. The final rays of sunlight disappear beyond the horizon, leaving the sea suspended between light and darkness. Jesus stands quietly by the shore of the Sea of Galilee. His robe moves gently in the evening breeze. His gaze reaches far beyond the shimmering water, as if he sees what no one else can yet perceive. Behind him, the last footsteps of the crowd slowly fade away. A long day of teaching has come to an end. Faces weary, yet comforted, disappear into the growing silence. He has sown the word of life into human hearts. Now, only stillness remains, and a new journey is about to begin. Nearby, the disciples prepare the boat. They speak little, exchanging quiet glances shaped by years of walking together. Jesus turns to them and speaks gently, yet with authority. Let us go across to the other side. No one objects. No one asks why. They do not yet know that this journey will test their faith more deeply than any sermon. Jesus begins to walk toward the boat. His shadow stretches long across the sand as the sun sinks behind him. The small wooden boat rests quietly along the shore, its worn surface marked by years of fishing and storms. Tonight, it is about to enter a journey unlike any before. One by one, the disciples step aboard. Wood creaks beneath their feet. Ropes are loosened. Oars rest gently against the side of the boat in the fading light. Jesus steps in last, unhurried, steady, and calm. As he takes his place, the disciples push the boat away from the shore. Wet sand slips beneath the rising water. Let us go across to the other side. The words sound simple, yet carry a purpose they cannot yet understand. The boat drifts free. The shore grows distant. Only water, sky, and a journey now placed entirely in God's hands. They do not know what lies ahead, but they know this: Jesus is with them in the boat. The boat glides quietly across the surface of the Sea of Galilee. Oars move in steady rhythm, leaving gentle ripples that quickly fade into the night. The sky darkens further. Only a trace of twilight remains on the horizon, casting deep blue and silver reflections across the water. The silence is so complete that the soft brushing of wind against the sail and the quiet splash of water against the boat sound like a lullaby. The disciples sit scattered across the boat. Some look back toward the receding shore. Others gaze upward as the first stars appear. Jesus sits among them. His presence brings a peace beyond words. No speech is needed. Anxieties seem to fall away. The sea is calm, as if nothing could ever disturb it. They do not know that, in this very moment of stillness, a storm is quietly forming in the distance. The boat moves forward, deeper into the darkness, spreading across the sea. The boat continues its gentle path across the calm waters. The rhythm of rowing slows, as if even the sea itself has begun to rest. At the back of the boat, Jesus lies down. His head rests on a simple cushion. A small lantern casts a soft glow upon his face. He is asleep, without worry, without fear. In the quiet of the night, the one who holds all creation rests like a weary man. His breathing is steady, blending with the soft sound of water against the hull and the whisper of the night wind. The disciples remain awake. Some glance toward Jesus, others continue rowing. Some watch the sky, slowly changing above them. They do not yet know that within moments this peace will be shattered. For now, everything sleeps, even the storm, waiting to awaken. A sudden cold breeze sweeps across the sea, light but unusual. It carries not the comfort of night, but a quiet sense of unease. Small ripples begin to form on the water. The surface is no longer smooth. The boat tilts gently with each new movement. The disciples slow their motions. Some look up at the sky. Stars begin to disappear behind silently gathering clouds. The wind grows stronger, from a whisper to a murmur, from a murmur to restless gusts. Peace does not vanish all at once. It fades, just as faith begins to be tested. At the back of the boat, Jesus remains asleep. Amid the first signs of change, he rests without concern, as if he knows exactly what is coming. The boat moves on, but the darkness thickens around it. The storm has not yet arrived, but it is already knocking. The sky suddenly darkens. Thick clouds roll overhead, blocking out stars and moon alike. A crash of thunder tears through the night. Lightning splits the sky, revealing the small boat swallowed by the vast sea. The wind howls violently, no longer scattered gusts, but the full fury of nature unleashed. Waves rise higher. Water slams against the sides of the boat, sending it rocking violently. The disciples cling to the vessel. Their robes are soaked. Oars crash against the wood in chaos. The storm does not arrive gently. It comes as the greatest test of faith. Amid wind, waves, and thunder, the boat seems moments from being consumed. Peace is gone. Only darkness remains, and fear begins to rule the human heart. A massive wave crashes into the boat, pouring icy water into the vessel. The boat lurches violently. The disciples stumble, then scramble in panic. They scoop water out with bare hands, with anything they can grasp. Rain falls like a torrent. Heavy drops strike their faces, blurring vision and breaking the last traces of calm. Shouts are swallowed by the wind. Oars slam against the boat. Water keeps rising. The small boat is filling with water, and human faith is sinking with it. Someone slips. Another cries out in desperation. Survival becomes the only thought. At the back of the boat, in the midst of chaos, Jesus is still asleep. That sight deepens their fear. The storm is not only attacking the boat, it is testing their faith to its very limits. Fear spreads across the boat, like the rising water. The disciples' faces are pale, their eyes wide with terror. Hands tremble as they struggle against a storm that feels far stronger than they are. The wind roars in their ears. The waves crash without mercy. Every movement of the boat feels like it could be the last. Some shout directions that are lost in the storm. Others cling to the sides of the boat, their strength fading with every passing moment. They had left the shore with confidence, but now fear has taken hold of their hearts. In their minds, memories race. The shore they may never see again. The lives they may be about to lose. Their eyes turn again toward the back of the boat, toward Jesus, still asleep. Confusion mixes with panic. How can he sleep while they are perishing? The storm is no longer just around them, it is inside them. And in that moment of helplessness, they realize they can no longer save themselves. Desperation drives the disciples to the back of the boat. Water sloshes around their feet as the storm rages on. They reach out to Jesus, hands shaking, voices breaking. They shake him awake. "Teacher, don't you care that we are perishing?" The words burst out, not as a prayer, but as a cry of fear and confusion. Wind and rain lash against them, yet their eyes are fixed on him, searching for hope in the middle of chaos. For the first time since the storm began, they stopped fighting the waves and turned to Jesus instead. "We cannot do this alone." The question hangs heavy in the air. Will he respond? The boat continues to rock violently. The storm shows no mercy, but something has changed. They have finally turned to him. Jesus opens his eyes. The storm still rages around the boat. Wind howls. Waves crash without restraint. Yet in his gaze, there is no fear. He rises slowly to his feet, steady and unmoved, as the boat sways beneath him. Rain strikes his robe. The wind pulls at it fiercely. Still, he stands. In the midst of chaos, he is calm. The disciples watch in silence, caught between terror and hope. Jesus looks around, at the raging sea, at the trembling boat, and at the fearful hearts before him. Nothing about his presence suggests urgency or panic, only authority, only peace. For the first time since the storm began, the disciples feel something other than fear. They feel expectation. Something is about to change. Jesus turns toward the storm. The wind screams across the sea. The waves rise and fall like living walls of water. Yet he does not step back. He stands at the center of the boat, facing the full force of the storm, his robe flowing violently in the wind. Lightning flashes behind him, silhouetting his figure against the darkness. The storm rages, but it does not intimidate him. The disciples watch, frozen in awe. They have battled the waves with all their strength. Yet Jesus confronts the storm with stillness. Rain pours down. The boat groans beneath their feet, but Jesus remains unmoved. In that moment, it becomes clear. This storm is no match for the one who stands before it. The wind howls once more, as if making a final challenge. Jesus raises his hand. Jesus lifts his hand. The wind pauses, as if all creation is holding its breath. The waves rise one last time, towering beside the small boat. Then Jesus speaks, not with a shout, not with anger, but with authority. "Peace, be still." Words cut through the storm like light through darkness. For a brief moment, time itself seems to stop. The disciples watch in stunned silence, unable to move, unable to speak. The wind begins to fade. The waves start to lose their fury. Creation listens and obeys. The storm trembles under the sound of his voice. The wind stops, not slowly, not gradually, but instantly. The waves collapse into silence, their violent motion disappearing as if it had never existed. Rain fades into a gentle mist. Dark clouds begin to part, allowing soft light to break through. The boat, moments ago on the edge of destruction, now rests on water smooth as glass. In a single moment, chaos becomes calm. The air is still, so still that the disciples can hear their own breathing. Water drips quietly from the edges of the boat. The sea lies peaceful beneath them. Where fear once ruled, there is now only awe. The storm is gone, and in its place, a holy silence remains. Silence settles over the Sea of Galilee. Not the emptiness of absence, but the fullness of peace. The boat drifts gently on the calm water. Soft light rests upon the surface of the sea, as if heaven itself has drawn near. The disciples remain still. No one speaks, no one moves. Their hearts are pounding, yet their minds struggle to understand what they have just witnessed. The peace of God now fills the place where fear once lived. The air feels different, lighter, sacred. Jesus stands quietly among them. His presence is steady, unshaken, as if the storm had never existed. The sea reflects the sky like a mirror, and in that reflection, everything feels restored. In the quiet aftermath, faith begins to awaken. Jesus turns toward the disciples. His voice is calm, gentle, yet it carries a question that reaches deep into their hearts. Why are you afraid? Where is your faith?
Peace be with
Words
you.
fall softly, but they echo louder than the thunder that came before. The disciples lower their eyes. Moments ago, fear had ruled them. Now, silence exposes their hearts. No one answers. They remember the waves, the wind,
Peace be
the panic
with you.
that drove them to despair. They had believed, yet fear had spoken louder than faith. Jesus looks at them not with anger, but with compassion. The question is not meant to condemn. It is meant to awaken. The sea
The
remains
winds
calm.
may
The
rise,
lesson remains.
but faith
And in
will
that
guide
quiet
us
moment,
through the
their
storm.
understanding begins to change. The disciples look at one another. Fear has faded, but something far greater now fills their hearts. A holy awe. Whispers break the silence, spoken with trembling voices. Who is this that even the wind and the waves obey him? Their eyes return to Jesus. He stands among them, not as a mere teacher, but as one with authority over creation itself. The calm sea stretches endlessly around them.
The time has
witness
come for
to
us
his
to
power.
act with
They had followed
faith
him,
and
but now
courage.
they begin to understand. This was more than a miracle. It was a revelation. The one in their boat is Lord over the storm, Lord over fear, Lord over all. The water glistens under the gentle light as the truth settles into their souls. Faith is no longer just belief, it is reverence. The boat moves forward once more, not pushed by frantic hands, but carried gently by the calm sea. The distant shoreline of Galilee comes into view, quiet and still beneath the soft glow of early light. The disciples watch the land draw nearer, their hearts no longer burdened by fear, but filled with reflection. They left in faith, they crossed in fear, and they arrive in understanding. Jesus remains at the center of the boat, silent and composed, as if this journey had always been under his control. The water parts smoothly before them. The oars dip calmly into the sea. Behind them, the place of the storm fades into the distance. Ahead of them, a new chapter awaits. They step closer to the shore, changed by what they have witnessed. The journey across the sea is complete, but the journey of faith has only just begun. The image of the sea blends with scenes of human life. In every life, storms will come, fear, loss, and uncertainty. The sun rises over the Sea of Galilee, golden light fills the sky. When Jesus is in the boat of your life, no storm can destroy you. You are never alone. Have faith. He is still with you. This video ends here. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel.